Well, it's been a busy old night in the Champions League. Some final results to tell you about. Bad night for the English teams. Not only did Manchester United lose, also Arsenal lost after going 1-0 up. This is at Lens. They eventually lost that game 2-1. Some other results to pick out and tell you about. Bayern Munich actually went 1-0 down. They brought it back as well. They won that game, which means they top the group now. Manchester United are in Group A. Manchester United, of course, bottom of that group as it stands at the moment. Another goal as well for Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham. That is just, he's having such a good time, isn't he? 8 goals now in all competitions for that man. They won their game 3-2 in the end. And then down the bottom, you can see Salzburg, that was the early kickoff against Real Sociedad, 2-0. Benfica lost to Inter as well. Oh, but so much to get through here. So many goals to tell you about. So much action in this game. It was unbelievable, really. We're going to get some reaction as well in just a second's time from Wilfried Zaha, who had his first Champions League start tonight at Old Trafford and scored his first Champions League goal as well. And what an occasion for it as the rain came down in Manchester. Erik ten Hag matches his mood, really, doesn't it? But not the mood of this man just alongside us. Wilfried, lovely to see you. Congratulations, first of all. Wow, what a moment for you. First Champions League start, your first Champions League goal as well. You said before the match, these kind of nights are ones that you dreamed of. So how does it feel?
Dream come true, really. Happy to be playing in this competition and obviously scoring goals as well. So yeah, great night for me.
In terms of the goal, we'll look at the goal in a minute, but what was your first thoughts when the ball dropped out of the skies?
Just for it to drop at a good enough level for me to hit it, really. So I was just waiting and trying to hold him off so the ball would get at good levels, and it did. So I thought, here's my chance, and glad it went in.
Can I just take your attention for a second to the reaction to some of the fans that are still in here tonight, because you've given them an unbelievable night here at Old Trafford, the ones that travelled, the ones that wanted to see something great happen. How difficult a game was it to be involved in? Because it almost felt like every time Manchester United went ahead, you guys were like, no, that's fine, we can come back into that. Did you always have that focus?
The thing is, I feel like the team's got belief. And one thing I do know about our team is we have, like I said, in an interview before, we have enough to hurt them. So it was a thing where even if we go down, keep our heads up, because there's a Cardi up top, there's different players on our team that can do something. So it's a thing where even if we go down, we just have to carry on, and we managed to get the win.
Let's have a look at your goal. There's loads of goals to talk about, but let's have a look at this one especially, because as we were talking about, the analysis was brilliant about what you managed to do, but can you talk us through it here?
Obviously...
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I'm happy to score. Basically, it's not... I've tried to change my game a bit where it's not just 1v1s anymore, it's runs off the ball as well. So, obviously, I saw Davidson with the ball, and I thought, instead of... there's nothing I can really do. Stood out wide, so let me just make a run inside. So, he saw me. I'm happy that he saw me. So, yeah, he played the ball. I made sure I timed it, and it was just about waiting for the right time for the ball to drop and get the ball in and go.
Well, you spoke in the interview, we spoke earlier in the tunnel before the game about the importance of the Champions League for you. Is it what you expected it to be? I mean, you've dreamed about this, you said to me before, and to come here. What's these feelings like, scoring, winning at Old Trafford? Is it everything you dreamed of?
It literally is. Like, it's not even just the game, the build-up. When we're driving here on the coach, we're playing the Champions League music. So it's a different feeling. So
training with the balls as well the night before, it makes a big difference.
The stars on the ball,
It's
just like I've finally made it here, literally.
So you as a player playing Premier League football, played like international football, but still was feeling unfulfilled in a lot of yourself, yeah?
There's nothing like it. It's literally playing between the best. And a chance to showcase my talent between the best, because I feel like that's where I can. It's decided whether you're good or not. Yeah. So days like today is what it's all about for me, really.
It must be, just as someone from an outside looking in, it must be such a change to change countries, to change leagues, and to go and do something like this. It's a big leap of faith, isn't it? And you've had a bit of a hard start, obviously coming back from injury and getting your fitness back. And when you see fans like this, how have they taken you into their hearts? How do they make you feel in the moment?
The thing is, obviously, they were thinking, what is going on with Zaha? Because I came, then got injured, and I was thinking, is he injury prone now? But the main thing is they kept the trust, and on social media they just kept on sending messages like, we trust you, and it's just love really, to show that they're willing to give me time to, because they know what I can bring to the team. So it's a thing where if a club shows me love on the pitch, I'm just going to show it back with every action really. So yeah, that's what helped me.
Wilfred, congratulations. It's really great to see you doing so well, and what a night for you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Not
you
pleased
so
with the
much.
result, but pleased for you, man.
Yeah, we do it, Scott. See you later. Take care, yeah? Oh, there we go. Right, good interview, great interview. I'm sorry, I was so distracted during that interview
Their
by
fans are
just
wild,
their
isn't it?
fans. Like, they haven't left. They're now being ushered out behind us in a very safe manner, of course, by the stewards. They're still over there banging their drums. They're holding up their lights on their camera phones a minute ago. And I'm glad you guys didn't see it, actually. You had your backs to it. It's probably a good thing, really. Look, we're never going to get out, are we? Listen, just as a whole, Wilfred Zaha, we highlighted before the game had even started. And you guys said that you want him to do well. Of course, you don't want him really to do well against you. But do you feel like this is a game? Did Galatasaray go out and win this, or did Manchester United lose it, Paul?
It's very difficult to say. I suppose a little bit of both, because when United lose a game like this, a big game like this, and a game they really had to win, your first home Champions League game, you're normally really disappointed. But I think I saw enough tonight in the team that excited me. Højlund, especially them 2 goals, took his 2 goals brilliant. I absolutely loved his second goal. He gave the centre half no chance, clean pair of heels, and he's finished a composure finish. He also had another goal disallowed. They're mental, aren't they? They're everywhere. Where'd they all come from? And he actually scored a goal that got disallowed as well. And I thought, wow, there's a bit of Van Nistelrooy in there, and it really excited me. And then Mason Mount, I thought he did well. He needs a goal. He's desperate for a goal. But the rest of it, the centre halves especially, and right, look, he's not a left back. He gets done for the 3rd goal, as we'll probably see in a bit. But it was so wide open. Lindelof around was so soft and weak, and we all know what the goalkeeper did as well.
We were up there. You would have heard me. I'm as high as a kite at one moment.
I
I'm in the
sat
WhatsApp
right
groups,
next to you, yeah.
texting everybody, going mad. Oh, we got new heroes in town, etc. Going overboard as you do. And then I'm sitting there in despair. Like, it's just like. I'm like all over the place today, and I'm gutted really. But yeah, again, we can go. You don't want to go too overboard on Man United. You have to give credit to the opposition. They've come here. It's a hard place to go, to come to Old Trafford. And when you've got to show a level of character and a level of professionalism, and they showed that today, and they're fans. They deserve
This is a terrible result, though, Laura.
Yeah.
It's a shocking result. Losing your first home game in the Champions League, especially after losing the first away game. Terrible result.
And especially after having moments of absolute brilliance and then still not managing to sort out the problems at the back. We'll see all these goals. We'll see as much analysis as we possibly can after the very quick break that we are about to have. And we'll keep our eye on the Galatasaray fans in the corner over there who are having a right party at the expense of Erik ten Hag, who has fallen to another defeat with this Manchester United side. We'll get the thoughts of these Trafford, where the weather is matching the mood right now, especially the mood to my pundits to the left, Rio and Paul Scholes still here as the rain starts to come down, to really see what happened in a rather crazy second half. At this point, it was 1-1. How important, how significant was this Marcus Rashford chance, Paul, and the miss? And also, a one-on-one moment with the keeper. Would you expect him to go for that?
Yeah, I think a Marcus Rashford of last season scores. There's no doubt about it. There's confidence there in him. Great pass from Eriksen, by the way. I thought it was really good second half. But I saw Marcus early on when he's running through. He's always thinking about Fernandes. But the trouble is, he's not realising how quick the right-back is. Yeah. The right-back recovery is unbelievable. He'd have been better thinking, bang, I'm going for goal. I can score. I'm not in great form, but I'm capable.
They got themselves ahead. This is Højlund, who had a brilliant game at times, didn't he?
This had us off our seats. I was screaming. I almost lost my voice. This is what I've been waiting for. I've seen the clips before he came from Atalanta. I've seen him play prior to coming to Manchester United. This is what he's capable of, and we've seen it, just not in a red shirt. But today, the way he blows away that defender and the composure at the end, the nonchalance to finish it, and you're thinking, wow, this kid could be the real deal. Because up to this point, you've not seen anything like that. He hasn't had the opportunity. Beautiful.
That was for 2-1, and then there was about, 20 minutes left to play, and then they managed to let Galatasaray back in, Paul.
Yeah, and it's Amrabat not in his favourite position. He gets done there. The lad spins in behind him, and from there on, it just parts. I'm not sure where Varane's going. Lindelof gets lost in the middle of the pitch. He runs off Casemiro a little bit as well. It's, as I said, they were so open in that central defensive area and gave a lot of chances away. And Rio, it's just not good enough. But I have to say, the lad took the goal really well.
Yeah, it's a great finish, but I would say that this type of goal, Man United concede this goal far too often. We saw it when we was in Bayern Munich. We highlighted it prior to that game as well. The amount of goals that they conceded as crosses and cutbacks is alarming, really.
A little moment of madness as well. This is to give away the penalty, which we'll see in just a second. Casemiro was already on a yellow card, which you just saw there. And then he has to go in, and Nana makes this play out. And Casemiro goes in, Rio, gets the second yellow card, gets himself sent off.
Yeah, and listen, in that situation, it's hard because it's very quick decision making in that moment. And he goes for the ball and says, right, I'm going to go and take everything, and he does, and he sacrifices himself for the team. It's difficult, and I think Onana's obviously whispered in his ear, sorry, because it was his mistake that led to that.
Cardi missing a penalty again. He missed one about a week ago too, a weird little dummy thing that they were trying which didn't work. He went to the same side, missed it, went wide. You could almost go, right, okay, let's push on here, but it took about 3 minutes for Cardi to then make up for that and score the winner.
I mentioned straight after the game, defensive organisation, naivety. Look, there's players that are just hanging around in the middle of the pitch there. Look, you can see Icardi in the middle there, alone, all by himself. And you're sitting there thinking, as a defender, you've got to anticipate danger. The ball might come back to us. It's all, what if? That's how you got to play as a defender. You've got to be living on the edge of, like, you know what, they're going to get a chance from this position maybe, and just have a bit of security.
Sorry, Rio, also the goalkeeper, I don't think the goalkeeper does well. He just sits down. If you look closer, the ball's in front of Icardi's feet. He can't really do anything other than dink the ball. Just stand up, he catches it, and for some reason he just dives out the way. Yeah.
Okay, let's get some reaction there from Manchester United. Christian Eriksen is speaking with Becky Ives in just a second's time. Is he there? He's there. Let's hear from him.
Well, Christian, what's the mood in the dressing room right now?
Yeah, it's sad. I think it's a big disappointment. It was to honest to say, it was very quiet in the dressing room.
What ultimately got away from you tonight?
Yeah, I think we have some good spells in the game, but in the end, I think when we at the moment when we go ahead and we score a goal, then always short after we concede. And of course that makes it very difficult for us to stay in the game, and that's something that we have to change, and has to change very quick.
Is it a lack of confidence in the squad at the minute as to why that's happening?
No, I don't think it's confidence. I think it's more the awareness and the sharpness to really keep our in form and coming ahead twice. I mean, you shouldn't throw that away. And we've done that even some other games this season. Yeah, I don't think it's confidence. I think it's more the sharpness and the wrong decisions at the wrong times, and a bit of the not lucky part is following us around at the moment.
How much work needs to be done to get back to the levels that you want to get back to?
Yeah, I know a lot, but again, it's details. I mean, today as well, the chances they have is from our mistakes, and yeah, if we don't make the mistakes, we don't concede as we do, and yeah, I think it's just how we play. I mean, it's how we play.
Does it feel like it's a long way back in this competition?
No, luckily it's only the start of the competition. We only played 2 games, and we know there's still a lot of games to play and catch up, and we know at that time, even for the next game, we need to win every game to have an opportunity to go through, and that's our aim.
Thanks for your time.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Okay, Christian Eriksen, who came on at half-time and actually made a difference, made an impact, a positive impact. But I want to take you back to the defence. They spend money on a new goalkeeper who's had a couple of really shaky moments already this season. Is that defence in front of him that bad? I mean, you said to me a minute ago, I'm the best defender the Premier League's ever seen. So tell me why.
I can see these lies are coming out thick and fast.
I heard him.
You heard him, right? Yeah. So tell me why. Why is it that defence can't sort itself out?
When you concede goals and when you score goals at the same, it's the team. I always believe that, but then individuals do have moments in games, and I believe that you do need organisers at the back, whether it's the goalkeeper or especially one of your centre halves who talks and communicates. In 2 of those goals especially, there was zero. There was no leadership in that back line of controlling the situation, and I spoke there about one of the goals in terms of making sure you understand that. Where's your mindset in terms of what ifs? What if there's a mistake made? What if that someone underhits a pass and it goes behind us? You've got to think like that to where I am in relation to that striker. He can't have an easy route to goal. It's not easy. This comes about concentration, but we're not talking about young players here. We're talking about experienced players here who know their way around a football pitch and have won things at the top level. So it's disappointing in that sense. I don't think you can just point the finger at just the defence. I think the whole team, like Eriksson said, have to have awareness, especially when you go a goal up. You go a goal up, no matter, it's school football, Sunday football, but here in the Champions League, you have to make sure that you're concentrated in moments when you've just gone ahead, especially because the opposition are going to be trying to come out of the traps to hit you.
I'm going to give you about 30 seconds for this answer. Should the manager feel under pressure at some point?
It doesn't feel like that to me. He's had a really good first year. He signed a couple of players that weren't right. He's had a little bit of bad luck with injury-wise with Mason Mount as well. I think going back to the defensive thing, I worry about Varane a bit. I think he has been one of the very best defenders around, just like Rio was in that same ilk at Real Madrid. I just think his legs are looking a little bit sluggish. He can't keep fit. I'd be worried about him.
Okay, guys, brilliant company. Thank you. Sorry it was not a better result for you guys. We'll see you again next week. Back here on Tuesday, aren't we? Thank you so much for watching as well. The highlight show is up next. We'll be at St James's Park tomorrow. PSG's in action. You're going to be with me as well as Shay Given. So we will see you then. Thanks for joining us tonight. Take care.